Right, so we return to the story of Deathwing, who in Warcraft 2 has been taken out by the dwarves and the elves. He's been biding his time, licking his wounds. Now he erupts through the earth, destroys Azeroth in the process. So he comes through, rips up the ground, tidal waves erupt, earthquakes occur, we sunder the barrens, we split apart the whole world. It is the eruption and destruction of Azeroth by Deathwing.
Well, from the art perspective, it gives us a chance to really revisit the old world and really improve things for the better and add more content. And this is the biggest expansion Blizzard has ever done. So it's really impressive art-wise, design, in every respect.
We've got the new Worgen and Goblin races. So we've got an underwater zone to explore as well. New mounts to ride. The whole world is flyable now, so lots to do in Cataclysm.
Oh, it feels great. As going back and working on all that older content with all our new tools and our new editor, it's really fun to go back and work on that stuff again and really improve things. The old world was really cool. It was really great, but it's always fun to go back from an artist perspective and work on your stuff again and get a chance to really improve things for the better. So yeah, it's really fun. So that's what I like. Cool.
You know, the overall look from what Gary's team did, they're the environment artists that made it spectacular. You know, Ashen Vale is awesome looking now with a volcano in it. Dark Shore is completely changed. Yeah. The Barrens are split in two. Stranglethorn Vale is opened up. I mean, it's amazing, beautiful work that those guys have done. Very similar to what we saw in the beta. A lot of enthusiasm for what we had done. Of course, quite surprised at how many things we had changed. We touched every zone in the old world. So all of Kalimdor and all of the Eastern Kingdoms have been changed. So some more so than others, but when their familiar cities like Stormwind are half missing and Orgrimmar is completely redone, it's really shocking. It takes a little to get used to. But overall, we've had great enthusiasm for the work we've done.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. Some of the bigger changes that people don't realize are just making it available to fly in the new world, and the old zones. Those older zones were just meant to be walking and from a certain perspective. If you could fly in Vanilla WoW, you wouldn't see anything above most of the trees, and especially above Stormwind and some other zones. So that was a lot of work. It may not look as much like we did as much for Stormwind especially, but that was almost as much work as we did in Orgrimmar. And especially any tree that was just meant to be seen from the bottom. If you went up, there's really nothing on the top, because we didn't bother making anything above what you wouldn't see. Plus all of the other zones, there's some sections between zones where there was really nothing. We made high-level content there. We made new zones. It was really fun. Really cool to do that.
Well, that's easy. I'm one of those guys that always wanted to not have to take a flight trainer anywhere. I mean, I always wanted to get on my mount and fly somewhere. I'm pretty impatient. So that's it. The old world flying is the biggest thing ever. I think it's phenomenally cool that now I can get anywhere I need to get just by hopping on a mount and going. So yeah, huge for me.
Flying is definitely fun. That is pretty cool. But I like the new zones we've done, like Lost Isles is beautiful. Vashir, the underwater zone, is amazing. We did a lot of new work there. My favorite zone is Gilneas. That just came out great. It's got the great buildings, the trees, the characters. Everybody fits really well there. So all the new content is just amazing.
Worgen and Goblin, what do you want to roll? Okay, so you've got the Worgen. You've got the Bestial race for the Alliance, finally. So you've got this awesome cursed race that has been behind the Greymane wall, and yet Deathwing's eruption through the earth has shattered that wall, and you can finally explore that. It's an amazing zone. It's an amazing time. You've got multiple phases, so you can watch the creeping of the water into the area as you go through different phases as it slowly takes over the zone. Beautiful to look at. Great gameplay overall. Then you've got the goblins, right? This badass little race of guys. Everybody ever wanted to play these goblin guys, and they have fantastic racial abilities. You can summon your own banker, right? They are fantastic. Very excited about both of them.
And art-wise?
Oh, that was really fun to work on those two zones. We did a lot with, like John said, with the phasing tech is something pretty new. We did a little bit of that with the Death Knight experience. We did a lot more in Cataclysm. Really makes the gameplay feel special, like you've really done something in the world. The zones look completely different, much more improved than anything we've ever done. Of course, every zone has been improved, even the ones we barely touched. They still got improvements with better detailed doodads and the better shadows, the far clip distance pulled out, better trees almost everywhere. Just the entire game has been improved. Like you've probably heard before, this is Blizzard's largest patch, expansion we've ever made. It's really amazing. It's cataclysmic.
Well, okay, so we have, of course, the new zones. You've got from Vashir through Twilight Highlands to level up through Oldham, all the rest. Some fantastic new questing to do in there. Then we've got our new heroic our dungeons, and then our heroic dungeons and raid content. You know, on top of that, we've got raided battlegrounds, the new PvP system that gets you loot. You can gear up now through a raided battleground. That's huge. Tolbarad, which is our new basic world PvP area. You control that. You've got new questing to do in there once that's controlled. So a lot of top-end stuff for people to explore. Great new raids to do as well.
Anything else you'd like to say to the community?
We hope you guys love Cataclysm.
We do too. It's really great to be here. I've never been to the Netherlands before, so we're really happy that we could come here and meet the fans face to face. It's really great to see such dedication.
Follow Gamerspawn on Twitter, and don't forget to visit our Facebook page.